Crunch time, coming up big when it counts.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Crunch Time, where we come up big when it counts. What are you doing with your eyebrow? I'm Tom with Saucy and Lukey. What's happening?
He was giving us the rock, stanky eye. He's giving us the rocks, the stanky eye.
I'm the heel of the hobby, so I might as well give him that for the rest of the week. Anyway, we'll get into that later.
You're all good?
I'm good.
Good, Thomas. Good.
Always
doing very well.
Thank God.
I think we got a short one pretty much today. We got one thing that we want to start bringing across the board, and a tier structure for certain products, players, types of cards. It's something that we might not do every week, but we'll start bringing it on a more frequent basis. First and foremost, before we get in there, if there's any hobby therapy on your mind, anything at all, say it now, forever hold your peace. Where it comes to, there could be products that you've seen, some cards out there, but not that are fire or flame, just something. Oh, well, you just wait.
You're baiting me into it. You're baiting me into
it. We'll skip that.
Going to be at the end.
you held your tongue and you held your peace.
No. You know what? Let's do it now. We'll do it now.
And then when we get to fire or flame, we can do it again.
I'll do it again. We'll start the episode with the two words that I'm going to say for the rest of the month.
It's already gone off.
It's fuck card porn. Fuck card porn. Fuck card porn. Fuck card porn. That's the end. At the end of every episode, I think I'm going to end with that. That's going to be my fire and flame for the rest of the year. Do we want to get into it? Do we want to talk about it?
Go for it, man.
We're here now.
This account is it's been going on for too long. They hide behind that. And I said this in my post. They hide behind that blue check and the anonymous aspect that they have, and they can just throw out claims and they can throw out manipulated stats, which they did with F1. And we can get as specific as we want. I won't hold it for too long, but that's the fact of the matter is that they're no longer good for the hobby. That's as far as I'd stretch it. They give off negative vibes consistently. They constantly look for people to throw under the bus rather than big up, which is just, it rubs me the wrong way. And the fact of the matter is, any person that has an account over like 500 followers that gives any advice on whatever they think is cool or they think is a good purchase or an interesting investment, they just they write it off as a pump and dump. And look, they did it with Marvel. They've done it with soccer. Now they're targeting F1, and F1. I tried to explain to them at the start when F1 started popping off, and I was in their comments early, and I said, "Look, you're wrong. Here's why you're wrong." I outlined, F1's popularity is growing. This is when F1 had no price. Right? We were all there. It was
we're talking about Montgomery Burns on here selling for $99 for Sapphire.
It was us four and a few others that were like talking about F1 when F1 was nothing. Now F1's popped off, so they're seeing a difference.
F1 when it. I was going to say, we were talking about F1 when it got delayed the first time in like December.
Exactly. We're talking about F1 for so long that I've got the receipts. Like I posted the screenshots of the pre-orders and everything like that. So they've gone out and they've continuously said, pump and dump. F1's pumped up by these influencers. And I said they're wrong. And then we had this bit of back and forth, a bit of banter. And I posted on my story the prices of F1 Sapphire boxes, which they're up. They've doubled in the last month. And, they really, it must have hit them the wrong way, because not only have they been consistently wrong about 20 other things, 20 other sports, but they're wrong in a big way with F1. And it's on display for everyone to see, because they've publicly called me out and I've publicly called them out. So instead of, swallowing their pride, their anonymous pride. They, instead of doing that, they decided to double down. They decided to come at the kid, and they started calling me a soccer pumper and talking about, first of all, they tagged the wrong account. So whoever's running the account, they don't know who they're targeting, because that's just the nature of the business. Like they're too stuck, too emotional about it. They said, I'm a soccer pumper. You manipulate stats, whatever they posted. And then they're in my DMs, and I'm giving it back to them. I'm telling them, like, you're 100% wrong. Like, at the end of the day, I'm in your head because you're wrong, and you're wrong in front of the whole hobby. But they continue, and then there was a point in that back and forth where I snapped and I started just calling them out for what they are. They're just a fraudulent account. That they hide behind their blue check. They profit off the posts that they make that are negative, because they get the ad revenue in. They get the ability to say that they're the account to follow in the hobby. And I started calling them out, so they backtracked. They knew they were losing this battle, which is going to happen to someone like me, that I'm in this with good intentions. I got no sponsors. You can't go target me for like anything bad that I do. I don't do anything shady in the hobby. I just keep it 100. I sell my stuff, buy my stuff. It's all independent. So you can't come at me for nothing. So anyway, lo and behold, they started backtracking, deleted one post. They reposted with they crossed out soccer, and then they wrote F1, and they said, you're holding on to F1. Then they crossed that out. They posted a completely different photo. And
he's going to sound rattled.
At the end of the day, they were rattled. And I was in their DMs, kept saying to them, like, look, go on live, come and debate me. And I know you boys were telling them to come and debate me, but they won't, because they hide behind this anonymous account. And they're like, oh, we won't do it because that's how we've always been. But fuck them. Fuck them. We don't need them in this hobby. You don't. Anyone can make an account and post the hits from 96, from 2018, because that's what they do, and that's how they got big. They post nothing of relevance to me in terms of their opinion. What they post is other people's stuff. Their opinions are just negative bullshit constantly. And that's it. That's how I feel about them. And what can I say? Fuck them. And if they've got something to say, come out and say it online. I'm sick of doing the bullshit posts with them saying, the wrong stats and wrong numbers and all that shit. Apologize to me, and then I'll backtrack a little bit, but it's not happening until then. Good way to start. Good, strong start to the episode.
And then obviously a lot more transpired last night with some stuff. And
that was just my part of it. Yeah,
I'll throw this to you, Lukey, if you want to comment a bit. Sauce and I spoke about this on Wednesday, and pretty much like we said it as it is, and stuff. And Cardporn, just in relation to yours, Anth, the first time you had a crack at him, it was just like, it was weird because they DM'd us, Sauce and I, and they're pretty much like, oh, you got to give Anth a lemon and this and that and this and all this crap. And even the one that just popped off, they messaged me again, and they're like, oh, we're in Anth. No, but they're like, but the thing is, like, but the thing is, like, they message me and they go, oh, we're in Anth's head, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, I'm not, like, I understand. I don't think they grasp the concept. I understand we've got double Coverage.Media, yeah, and we're working all together, but they don't understand the fact that you're your own entity in there, and it's like, if you're coming to me, I'm not like daddy that's going to pull their child into play. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not what we are.
And
like,
we're boys at the end of the day. Like, we're mates.
It's like, exactly right. And it's freedom and creative freedom to do whatever you want in the space, and not to do things that are like really bad, talking about things that are not the hobby and pushing other agendas, because we want to keep it to the hobby, keep it to sport. We want it to be fun-loving. Yeah, I know we've been harsh on people before, and rightly so, because they deserve a nice whack, they have to be set in line. That's what we've always said. But the Le Mans of the week, more often than not, it's a laugh, it's a joke, it's tongue in cheek, but it's like sometimes that stuff, it's just it's got out of hand. It's like they're bored, they needed something to talk about, and it's like they got made to look like fools. So what do you do when someone makes you look like a fool? You have to go personal on people, and that's the thing. It's just wrong. And not for anything, they do some stuff like they call out fake slabs and cutting. And
Yeah, cool,
good,
man.
informative stuff. That's fantastic.
But how often does that come up?
Yeah, I know.
It feels like it doesn't. Like all I feel like I see these days is hits and them calling people out. That's what I feel like it is these days.
They call out the dumbest shit. Like, it's great to have an account that calls out fake, people that are scamming, people are doing that.
Yeah, of course.
There's already an account for that. There's a sports card scammers page, and I would rather turn to that if I need to see if someone's on that list and someone's like doing some shady shit. Card porn should be the best aspects of this hobby. That's what that account should be. If it's the only account with the blue check, which I don't know how the fuck they got, to be perfectly honest with them. Like, yeah, I'm willing to make a nice little.
They paid for it.
Look, that's beside the point. Card porn should be about positive aspects of the hobby. Shitting on, and this is what pisses me off. Shitting on soccer, shitting on F1, Marvel, wrestling, which they do.
Tennis they did as well.
Tennis, because they're undereducated people. That's what it is. And I know it's a group of them, but every single one of those people in that group are undereducated on the sports that they're talking about.
They're too stuck in their, their NBA, their baseball, their football, and like they're so narrow-minded in terms of that. And there's so many other sports and aspects around now that this hobby that are starting to build up, like F1 and soccer and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. I don't understand how you can be that narrow-minded to things.
That rubs me the wrong way because you boys have been following me since very early. The amount of alternative outside the basketball and I'm never invested in baseball, but those two markets, the amount of markets that I've been in early with 100 followers, with 200 followers, and now they're calling me a pump a year later when I've got 1,200. It doesn't make sense. Marvel, UFC. So like my track record is, it's up there. But they, the way that they spin their arguments, i.e. pumps and dumps, that's how you generate money. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here.
It's not great. And then just quickly, so Lukey, you can just because you got pretty you were just a bit annoyed at this yesterday. But then obviously now
it didn't even involve me. I was just annoyed.
Yeah, and they just called out obviously influencers getting sponsorships and stuff like that. And not for anything, they got their airtime because they tagged pretty much all the big dogs in the hobby.
Everyone, yeah.
And the comments just went fucking rampant, and the likes went rampant. So your thoughts on that? It was just a bit.
Well, the way I sort of read it was, the hobby, as we all know, has been a bit quiet recently in terms of big sales and that sort of stuff. And this just looked like a way to almost clout chase, I guess, tag all the biggest accounts in the hobby, name their sponsors that are also big pages and big social media followings, and basically shit on all of them. And to be the way they were saying in the comments, we didn't mean to disregard anyone's integrity and shit like that. But the way you put it out, I don't know, it didn't come across.
It was the most negative post.
It was for sure.
In this hobby.
It was the most unnecessary post.
Yeah,
I know. That's what I mean. Like the first thing I saw when I read that is these guys are just trying to stir stuff up. It's a quiet week of card porn. It's a quiet week of card porn. People mustn't be ripping boxes and getting big hits because, you got to go post something like this. And at the end of the day, there's no one there to answer to the shit that they spin because it's anonymous. Yeah. Like basically, this is like a keyboard warrior of the greatest height.
Exactly. It's the keyboard warrior
really
of our hobby.
Yeah. And it sucks because like these people like Lucas Tigers Bronze, when you get a sponsorship and stuff like that, I feel like that's something you should be proud of, yeah?
Yes.
You basically just shit on everyone who's got, an affiliate and partnering with brands and stuff, and I think that's just wrong. Personally, I think that's wrong. But to the same point, I think if you're going to partner with a brand, you should probably believe in what they're doing. Like, if you're partnering with brands just for the money, okay, that's wrong. Yeah, I guess. But to call out the way they did, and I think it was just wrong, personally.
They basically implied that everyone that has a sponsorship is somehow, manipulating the market or influencing their following into using that brand, which is just like, bro, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
The one that I found so stupid was the eBay one with Card Talk Pod. Like, if you've listened to Card Talk Pod, they're like, they add something like, go on eBay and look at the biggest card market, which it probably is. Like, it's such a stupid. Like, if you don't want to hear it, just fucking fast forward. Like, it's not hard.
Exactly.
There's a
we
15-second skip
as a
there for a
hobby
reason.
should celebrate the fact that eBay is sponsoring one of our, like, eBay, who are the top dog in terms of reselling anything in the world, are sponsoring someone in the hobby, which is
And also, I think people need to get their head out of their cards and their cardboard and look at the world, because this sports card bit is a very, very minuscule bit of eBay's business overall.
100%.
I'm sure someone will come up with the fact that, this is 70% of eBay's total revenue or some shit, but yeah.
But anyway, well said, boys. It's more the whole thing in the matter of the fact is, if you're in this hobby and you're working hard and you do get sponsored, it's just an acknowledgement of your work. Not everyone gets them.
100%.
Not everyone
These guys
gets
just shit
them.
on everyone that had one.
Yeah, but not everyone gets them.
Cardporn.
And not for anything. If you don't get it, it doesn't mean that your content is terrible at all. It's not a reflection that you're no good. It's just that they pick and choose certain people, and that's it. If honestly, I reckon if sponsors really wanted to, they'd love to just sponsor as many people as possible. But that's just not how sponsorships work. But not for anything, it's a credit to people that put in the hard yards, Definitely. Free of time,
100%.
and then have now turned this hobby something that you can't knock people that have turned a hobby. So a hobby is something that you love into potentially a full-time business, and then you literally turn your hobby into your dream job. That's literally what a lot of these people have done. And kudos to them. Kudos to everyone in the hobby. And not for anything, just the negativity and shit has to stop, because
shouldn't we be congratulating those people and saying, like, good on you, giving them a pat on the back, what you've done, instead of fucking shitting on them.
And you know what? I'm gonna take my own advice, and I'll probably say it here. This will be the last time I address Cardporn, unless they call me out again. Fuck them. Like, there's no reason to make posts about them anymore. Like, I'm just written them off. I'll probably unfollow them, and then I'll wash my hands with them. I've won that battle. That's at the end of the day. That's how I feel.
They've got a platform. We've extended the invite, and I said to them,
I'll leave it at that.
Put on public record right now. We're happy to have you on here. We're happy to black your face out. We're happy to put a Lemon over your face. Whatever the fuck you want, we don't care.
Voice changer as well.
But voice changer to sound like a lemon.
And shout out to everyone who messaged. There were 80 plus people who messaged in support after the bullshit Cardporn dispute. So
beautiful.
I'm very happy with that.
All right, let's move on.
Let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the good stuff.
All right, boys. So we've got a tier system. I'm going to bring it up. All right. We're not selling all the products. If you are watching this, people listening at home, please feel free to go check this out on YouTube. But we're literally going through 2021 products for soccer. Not all of them are here, because Tops have about 400 products these days in soccer.
How many did you end up getting into this?
I don't know, because they're hidden behind each other.
Oh, shit.
So, we'll make them fit. We'll do some Canva wizardry and resizing while we're going at it. But literally, we've got investing long-term, investing now, short-term, hold, so it has potential, and then sell off the product. This could be cards that are in there as well. But boys, you two are very knowledgeable on this stuff. Sauce and I have got our knowledge on this too. And we just thought we'll run through it. We'll put these in order. Download this image. We can put it out on socials to help some people out in the hobby if they're keen to know what types of soccer products of value and what products, could go up, or, if you're holding it for value, it's probably not the best option. So we will start with Select Euro. So thoughts on this product, lads? Where would you put it?
Anthony, you kick this one off. I know you were big on it when it came out. What are your thoughts on it now?
I was such a rookie then. Like I bought this stuff and I was opening it and I thought, and honestly, I think I paid what 550, 600 USD a box. Like looking
Wait,
back on
I thought the 550 Australian. Was that US?
US. I think looking, but this was peak soccer. This was August last year.
Yeah.
Looking back, I wouldn't hold. I'd probably sell. There's no option to rip. Are we saying sell can be rip as well?
Sell can be rip. We can put it in
Yeah,
here.
we'll do that.
Sell or rip.
I think I'd sell it, to be honest. It's not something I look at long term. There's no big rookies in it. Really. No, I'm out.
Done.
There are some things I like. There are some things I like about it though. Like we'll keep. I'll agree with you. We'll keep it in sell or rip. But like there's Barella with an RC on it. There's some cool numbered cards in there too. Some players
Zebra.
first major. Even the field levels as well. They're pretty sick. The die cuts they're pretty cool too. So I actually don't mind it, to be honest. But I think we'll go majority rules here. So what do you guys reckon?
I never personally opened any of this product or bought anything from this product, so I'm pretty much relying on you lads.
Frankie De Jong has an RC in this as well. Domo.
He does.
Does that sway your opinion?
Yeah, invest long term.
Yeah.
If you say there's Donny van der Beek, I'll create a whole new section.
Buy only this product forever. Yeah. Now I think at the price point it was as well was a bit high, so that's what we'll keep it in sell or rip. I don't know what they're worth now though.
Do we know the price point right now? I'm gonna look at it.
I think it's
looking it up right now.
Because fuck, I actually wouldn't mind one if they're
While
cheap.
Sauce is getting that up, the next one off the rank is Topps Chrome Sapphire Champions League.
Long term for me.
Long term.
I'm gonna have to back that.
Yeah. Just because it seems to be, like we've had this conversation before, it seems to be the premier product for soccer. The print run on it is low. There's heaps of numbered stuff in there. No autos, but heaps of numbered stuff. The cards look really good as well. The eye appeal, everyone. Well, a lot
you
of
got some big rookies in there as well. You got
there is quite a few good ones.
You got Pedri. There's quite a few. I actually really like. I'm considering getting a couple boxes. Sapphire is so highly rated.
Yeah, are they expensive at the moment?
So last sold on bids was 2 days ago, $511
for Sapphire.
USD. No, for the Select Euro 2020 hobby box.
Oh, right. 500 still.
Yeah. USD.
You're kidding? Wow.
That's actually surprising.
Cherry might have that chip. Jesus Christ.
Chrome Sapphire Champions League Sauce.
I'm not going to say anything after that.
You want to go to Raw Balaki?
Nah, they don't.
Right now.
Yeah, they're 800.
I think, I'm with you. I mean, I think the Sapphire stuff that people, they love the look of the Sapphire. So it's definitely a longer term hold. With a few of the hot rookies that are in there, you just need 1-2 of them to pan out, and that box goes bananas. Let's be honest, more than what it already is. So I'd agree with that.
If you compare it to the Haaland ones are pretty expensive.
Nah, you know what? The Haaland ones have dipped.
Yeah.
And that's a tempting little buy right now.
You kicked the hat trick against Gibraltar during the week.
Haaland is
pretty fucking good.
All you see is the photos with him with the match ball. You don't see who he played or what the goals were like. I love it.
You just see Gibraltar. He beat him 6-0. He kicked the hat trick or whatever it was. I don't even know where Gibraltar is.
Me neither.
But anyway, that's all right. He dominated. You killed him, man. He's kicked 12 goals in 15 games or some shit.
We'll give him that.
Fuck. When you're playing Gibraltar and Madagascar and stuff, like, you can score heaps of goals. It's pretty good. Me personally, Sapphire stuff's elite. Anths, I'm not sure. Did you open one of these on a stream?
Which one? I opened the Topps Chrome Champions League, not the Sapphire.
Oh, okay, that product.
They're going for 600 USD a box.
The Sapphire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is What's really interesting is the
Haaland year is double that. 1920 is double that. 1,200
It's
a
got
box.
Fati in it as well.
Yeah, not bad.
But the regular Topps Chrome is, I think, around 300, 350. So you're paying double for the Sapphire, which you get less packs in. Sapphire just seems king at the moment in across the board. Like
Everything,
F1.
man.
Isn't that crazy? A box that comes out at $99. It retails cheaper than all of them.
Pays to be a Montgomery Burns member, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, what's up next, Tomo? What's up next?
Next up, we've got Topps Finest Champions League.
This is an underrated product. This is an underrated product, I feel. We broke a few of these boxes over at Carnival Breaks, and the cards, they look good. They look good. I feel the price point on them isn't too bad. Topps Finest. Let me just have a look at what they're going for. I think this. I'm nearly. I wouldn't say. I think this has rip potential. Like, I'm happy to pop a box on it and rip it, because if you buy the box, you're guaranteed 2 autos in there. Yeah.
There's some decent autos in it as well.
And that's right. There are some decent autos. And I think at the price point it's at now, I mean, I was able to pick up some boxes. I picked up three boxes for $800 USD, which is pretty good. Yeah, hobby boxes, because they call it a mini box or a hobby box, right? But the hobby box is 2 mini boxes. So in the hobby box is 2 mini boxes, but sometimes they'll sell the mini box separate.
Yeah.
So
did you get 6 boxes for 800, or did you get 3?
I got 3 hobby boxes, which is 6 mini boxes.
6 mini boxes,
yeah. It's confusing. It's confusing, man.
I just wanted to double check.
I'm just trying to find the prices, but yeah, I feel like it could be a rip for me, man, because I've seen it and they look good. I mean, they're only 350 USD, 340 USD a box. So what are we looking at? We're looking at probably 450 AUD a box. You're guaranteed 2 autos in there. Obviously, chances for Camavingas and a whole bunch of other guys that were in last year's Champions League with the Makokos as well, Bellingham. So a few guys there. If you hit a few of them, you can flog them off and get some of your cost of the box back. Hit a refractor or 2. You're looking at maybe grading it and stuff. So yeah, interesting. I feel like at the price point it's at right now, it's potentially a rip, because if I was to buy something, I mean, we'll talk about it when we get to it, but I think there's there's other products that you would buy and hold it longer term. I feel.
All right, person.
Yeah, definitely.
I like Finest. It's interesting brand. Like, it's weird in terms of like where they kind of like space it in their like rollout of products. Because Chrome is obviously higher than that, but Finest is cool. Like, it's
I'd either put it in rip or hold has potential. That's where I'm sitting on it.
I'd rip a box. I think I'm going to stay with
rip
the box
personally.
Rip.
There we go.
Consensus wins.
Rip for me.
All right, this year's Chronicles.
You need to make sure you put that on the right hand side, mate, so we know it's on the rip side and not on the sell side.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Fuck.
You know what? I'll start off with Chronicles. I think rip all day.
God, there is a lot of products there.
All day of the week.
You reckon it's a rip?
I think it's so cheap. What are they at? I think they were at like 200 a box. Potentially 3 orders. Yeah, they're cheap, man. And I know you're not gonna like. I wouldn't hold it because the rookies aren't the traditional like bigger players like Camavinga. It's none of those. It's more Calvin Phillips.
On bids, last sold 192.50.
Yeah, this is a rip all day of the week. But you can get some cool cards in it.
Yeah, there's some nice patch autos and just memorabilia cards in there too. Some of the brands in it I don't love those, so that's why I would put it in the rip section.
It's a bit different than the previous year's Chronicles, where your main rookie hits were coming out of that box, so you'd probably hold that stuff. But now when you've got all these other brands that Topps has bought out and that, with other, nicer cards and of guys, that the main rookies, you're more probably looking towards those and ripping these. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Mosaic Euro, Lukey's favorite product.
It's hard because at the moment, I think it has potential. I don't think it can get much cheaper than what it is. Like blasters are selling for retail on the resale market. Hobby boxes are under 200 US. But it's also really it's a really fun rip. Like I was doing a rip one the other night, and I was loving it. I was having a great time watching him. I might rip one. I've got a fair few now, so I might rip one as well. But yeah, I also see it going up in price just because there's players first international kits. It's some of the first major international tournament this Euro that just passed. There's some with RCs in this that they don't in other products like Top Sapphire and Chrome. So that's why I feel like it's a hold has potential, but then it's also a great rip. Right now, anyway. Right now.
I'll be getting this very shortly, and I'll be ripping one too for double coverage. Source and I will be like this product.
Yeah, so you've got the hobby box there, but we're looking at obviously the same
general, just in general.
the same what's the Asia version where it's 6 cards, your chance of hitting the
choice,
the peacock,
the
one that Anth gave us a fire last week.
Fire,
yeah, the one that Anth gave us a fire last week. Yeah, we're definitely going to be ripping it.
So what do you reckon? Hold or rip?
Well, the boxes are dirt cheap, man. Like, here's a guy who sold a box for 169 USD. There's last solds on here for 200. What are we at? We got 169, 180. That's the last 3 solds. 165 on bids, 177 on bids. I mean, you can't get much cheaper than that. Does anyone remember when these first came out? They were 400 USD a box.
Yes, I think I've told you this off air. When I got quoted and put a deposit on 4 boxes, and the fair play to the store, but they made you pay a deposit, $50, and the boxes were going to be 700 Australian each. And this was back in January when I pre-ordered them. When it came time to actually pay for them, they had dipped all the way to 400, I'd say, USD from 550. And I go to the store, you can lower the price. They said no. And I said, okay, well, I forfeit the deposit. Well, that $200 that I lost in the deposit is now almost the cost of one box. It's just like sometimes intuition takes over. I think that these boxes were way overpriced to start with, but now they're at that stage where it's a pretty good rip.
Yeah, I don't think they deserve to be this low though, because just from the points from what I've given. Yeah, the QC on it's not great, but is that enough to keep it?
The QC fucks it, yeah.
Yeah,
but that's not just on the Euro. That's on all the Mosaic products. Yeah. That's even in basketball, man.
Yeah.
This product Euro should be $100 more than what La Liga and Serie A are.
Yeah,
that's why I think it might have actual potential to go up, especially with Doku and
Camavinga.
But there's some you can get some big boy cards in it.
Yeah.
That's why I like the Asia. That's why I said the Asia one's better, because of the Genesis and the Nebula and the Peacock and the
Genesis
Auto.
You can get in blasters too. The Genesis come out of
in blasters as well.
Yeah. Azuro pulled one.
So I mean,
what do you pull?
I can't remember now. It was just a random bloke.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big player.
Like that. See, that's
you can get autos in those blasters as well.
I think
I'm holding.
You're holding?
Yeah, I reckon.
You're both holding?
It's so hard. I don't know.
Put it in the middle.
Yeah, I'm
going to
say
between.
Can you put a half and half?
Yeah, you can do that.
My OCD will make me go fucking crazy though. That's the problem.
I'm saying hold has potential. I reckon.
Well, if it's 3-1,
chuck it in hold.
Oh, we're gonna make it look nice. Next we got La Liga Mosaic.
So,
I'll be honest with you. Outside of Euro, based on what I've looked at, I'm literally selling all the Mosaic. Serie A as well.
Really? I don't mind cereal.
Yeah.
There's some players who like it.
Like it could be like sell or rip. Like you just
they-
rip it, whatever. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold on to it.
Is the player that you like, Lukey? Is it Oshiman?
Osimhen, yeah, he's one of them. Some of them are
We'll be tuning in this weekend. Is he going to be playing, Lukey?
Yeah, he's playing. So the one match, the 2-match ban that he got for striking got reduced to 1. So he will be lining up against Juventus this week. And I believe me and Azuro are going to be watching it on stream with you boys, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We are
Big
definitely.
game.
That is
I'm going to make sure I get some Red Bulls, man. I'm going to need them.
I don't know if I watched the whole game, but I watched the first half.
If I'm sticking around for the whole game, so are you now. So
La Liga last sold 316 on I believe that was a buy now, then 280. So around about $300 a box.
You ripped it in your hand and you hit the Dest?
The Dest out of 10, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I've still got that. I actually need to send that off.
You know, the product doesn't have. It doesn't have. I don't think it has Messi autos in there, or it does.
No Messi, but it does have
ones.
Ronaldo
and Beckham as well.
And look, it's got good autos, but it's also got shit autos.
It's a hard one. I'd probably keep the other two.
It's such an average product in terms. I don't know. The amount of rubbish that you get doesn't really make it worth the rip. Whereas Euro, you can get so many good players.
Yeah.
There's only so many Getafe players that you can get.
Do you see that the same as Topps Champions League though? Like you can get some shitty cards in that. Let's be honest.
True, but Champions League you're more likely to get someone.
Yeah,
good,
I guess there are bigger teams and stuff. Yeah. We'll chuck it in. Sell.
What about
talk to them about City?
As much as it hurts me, we'll chuck it in. Sell.
How many Sassuolo players are you going to get? And you another one.
We don't want more Zaza.
What about EPL Prism?
We're gonna have a lot in Zella Rip, I reckon.
This is a rip for me all day of the week. This is so cheap right now. So
what are we talking? Are we talking hobby?
Hobby, yeah. And
hobby, I reckon, honestly, man, even all of it, like everything's dropped. Choice, breakaway, like everything's gone down. It's all a potential rip now. Like choice and stuff was like at $1,000 at one stage, $1,100.
That's why I reckon. That's why I reckon maybe put it in invest short term, because I don't reckon these can go much lower. If you're talking,
but you reckon it? But do you reckon it's going to go up?
Nah, I can't
see it getting any lower.
Bro, think about it. This is a dead product now that Ronaldo is going to be in prison next year.
That's a good point.
So hobby box, 300 USD. First off the line box, 500.
That seems ridiculously cheap. First off the line.
What?
Total
500
US. But you can go on David Adams right now. I was looking at just now. You can get EPL Prism. You can get Prism Choice for $275. You can get Prism Hobby for $280. That's so cheap, man. Like these were I'm talking like these were like $600 a box.
They were so expensive, man.
And look, you're not getting any. Like, there's no reason to hold it because Saka doesn't have a rookie card. Greenwood doesn't have a rookie card. And the market's figured that out now because the rookie tickets are on fire. So there's no real reason to hold it.
There's Gilmore, Lamptey. There's a few, but they're still sort of
Phillips,
young.
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, there's no one who's really broken out yet.
That's not going to push the product, bro. Unfortunately, like as much as you love Calvin Phillips, like it's not a good enough rookie to push the product.
Yeah.
And really, it's like you're just going after the auto hits in it, aren't you? Really, let's be honest.
It's
the Roonies, there's Roonies, the Kabooms. I mean, I tell you what,
Blast as well.
Choice.
This is going to be a wild take. Oh, this is going to be a wild take. This is one of those like Chelsea's never going to win the Champions League takes.
Here we go.
Calvin Phillips has a better career than Camavinga. That's my hot take.
I could see it happening though. I gotta say, I could see it happening.
We'll revisit.
Surely he doesn't stay at Leeds for much longer.
No, I don't think so. I can see him playing at Liverpool actually, but that might be like a bit
You
of
see
bias.
How old is he now?
Haaland's going to
He's
Liverpool.
young.
Isn't
He's
he?
young, man.
Mbappe was going to Liverpool. Haaland was going to Liverpool. Now bloody Calvin Phillips. Well, that's more realistic. Calvin Phillips.
It's more realistic, yeah.
So he's 20. He's 25 right now, which isn't really young.
But if you think about it in terms of the hobby, like people like, who's an example? Was Werner like 24? And people are saying he's washed in the hobby. It's also based on his performances. We talked about this the other day on Soccer Card Collective. The age thing, like Frankie De Jong, Thomas.
I can't believe
that was
an
example.
Enough love.
Don't worry about it. I'll just keep buying his cards. The more people
like
hate
anyone over the age of 21,
it.
if they haven't won a World Cup like Mbappe, they're washed. If you're not 21 and won a World Cup, you're washed.
Like cemented now in that England team. Like they started him all the way through Euro. They'll start him all the way through the World Cup. That's why I think like
that's why I reckon we got too many in salary.
I don't think it pays off, but
so we're ripping it.
All right, we're ripping it.
Yeah, rip
All right,
it. Yeah.
Next up,
Okay.
so Topps Chrome Champions League.
short term.
Yeah, invest now, short term.
Yeah,
I like
go
it.
short term.
I agree.
But I think for the long term, like if one of the rookies in Sapphire plays out, that'll be the one to go for, especially the number ones in that.
Yeah, I think that. I think that's the case as well,
term.
man. Like obviously we know Sapphire is like the box, the bee's knees, as it has shown in like what F1 and other the other sports that have Sapphire in it. That ends up being the box that moves the most. That's why you probably hold it longer term. But if the Sapphire starts to go bananas, like the next thing that's people going to go after is that Topps Chrome. Yeah, so that could move from invest now short term to long term potentially. If one of those Camavinga starting for Real Madrid and playing really well, or Makoko or Bellingham ends up coming on as a player and and isn't just actually lives up to the hype, anything can happen. So
the thing is in that Topps Chrome set, you've got the autos of Camavinga and some other guys as well. You've got the refractors, you've got the numbered cards. So I think that is a good play there if these guys are to come along.
All right, boys. Topps Museum.
I'm not a fan of it personally. I'll put it in sell. I just don't like it. I don't like the look of it.
I agree with that.
There is a case for the rookies and stuff like that. I just don't like it though.
I don't know why. Like on paper, it looks like it's a big product. Like it's got rookie patch autos. It's got everything.
I feel like this
design
product,
sucks.
the product, people view this the similar way that people view like impeccable basketball. It's like a bit of a higher end product, but people don't give it raps. And like I like impeccable basketball, so I'm inclined here to say, I would probably hold has potential, especially with some of the autos in there.
The RPAs of, I can chuck it in there actually.
In potential,
look, if there was a not buy section, I probably would have put it in there for me personally. But you have sold me there on some of that.
I have to add a not buy.
Well, are you going to risk? This is what I'm saying. I think they're about $300 a box, right? I don't know what you're guaranteeing. I think it's 4 cards in there or something like that. I don't know. It's very minimal.
It's like 6 cards, 4 autos,
right?
But, like you can get big boy hits. You can get Messi auto, patch autos as well. But
we've seen Sports Card Tom open a box and hit a Messi. So,
but it's not a pretty looking card.
Not at all.
For what they have, like the materials, the auto, and everything, they could make that product very good in the future.
Yeah, museum's pretty cheap, man. I've looked at like some museum stuff like for Roberto Carlos, and like it goes dirt cheap, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Look, I just think like, why would you rip it with those potential autos in there? Hold has potential, could go up. I feel like the boxes won't go much cheaper than what they are now.
All right, boys, and lucky last Topps Inception.
It's a new product, isn't it?
New product.
Yeah. The card designs are quite nice, actually, of these.
They are, aren't they? I saw
there's
some
cool
autos that
too.
are beautiful.
Yeah. Should we go short term?
Could be short term. It could move. You never know. It could move. Like, it's a new product.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the singles. Singles are actually selling quite well. I think you might be right to something. Short term might be a good little play.
Yeah. Just trying to see if I'd move anything else.
Boxes are pretty pricey as well. That's interesting.
Is it because it's new?
Let alone they came out for £100 straight directly from Tops, and I was probably about 3 minutes too late because my account wasn't logged in. And I missed out on getting the box. I was spewing.
Sounds like some EB Games shit.
Yeah. Well, I went to go buy the box, and my account wasn't logged in. By the time I logged into my account, I missed out. I was spewing. I actually got the notification, the Twitter notification. I was like on there straight away, but I didn't end up copying. But if I got it at £100, which is probably about 200 Australian a box. By the time you do the conversion and shipped over here, I would have ripped it. What it's at right now, I'm inclined to buy it and hold for longer term. I think there's some nice, really, really nice cards in there. Like, this is like, you talk about museum being ugly. Like, the cards in here are just quality. I feel they're a thicker stock card, much better made. Design is heaps better. And it just hits different, man. Like, it really, they look really nice. So, we will be ripping a few of these at Carnival Break, so we'll be able to see it's a bit of action soon once they come in.
The Inception.
Yeah.
What'd you pay for that?
I don't know. I didn't facilitate the deal.
I think that's worthy of a rip. Like, I tell you, I'm not mad at it.
So, we happy with this list, boys?
I actually am very happy with it.
I'll run through it. So, we've got Invest Long Term. We've got Topps Chrome Sapphire. Invest Now is Topps Chrome and Topps Inception. Hold has potential is Panini Mosaic Euro and Topps Museum. And then in the sell, we've got Select Euro, Mosaic La Liga, Mosaic Serie A, and RIP. We've got EPL Prism, Topps Finest, and Panini Chronicles Soccer. Very nice, boys.
I like it.
Very nice. All right.
I like the idea as well. I reckon we do one of those.
That was actually really enjoyable to do.
Definitely. We can definitely tear that up. We can do it with anything you like. We can do tiers of goatness, and we can put Messi on outside the top 7 or whatever you want to do. I'm happy to get that sorted. And it won't take me that long to it.
I was relaxed after my card porn take, and now look what you're getting me doing. I'm fired up again.
Did you like
trying to roll him up.
Did you like my World 11 putting Messi on the bench?
Did you notice I didn't share that because it's just a terrible thing. I don't think I even liked the post. It's probably
did you see my one, Anth? Tommy, you just posted your one, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it.
You post your one on your channel.
Yeah, I might have to.
Yeah, do that, bro.
We'll see how
much.
I'll
get how
many unfollows they get for my one.
I got followers for it, bro. I got followers, mate.
For leaving Messi on the bench.
Yeah, bro. People were a bit shocked that I didn't have Pele on the starting 11. Come on, man. Pele. Stop being stupid.
Big weekend.
Yeah.
Ronaldo second debut. I'm actually really excited. That's
gonna be a big stream.
Just quickly before we get into Fire or Flame, it's like I just want to point something out that's just so freaking funny. Bleacher Report football, obviously they're like United States based. When Messi went to PSG, and all we saw was Messi's the GOAT, like he's done this more than Ronaldo, blah, blah, blah. Ronaldo goes to United, and I've seen cartoon graphics of Ronaldo wearing a crown, and he's the GOAT. It's so funny, bro. So funny. All right, boys, Fire or Flame? Who wants to kick it off? I've got a ripper. Lukey's gonna love mine, bro. He's gonna love it.
Oh no!
I've got both. I've got Fire and Flame in one package.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's got it on
This
hand.
came this week. Yeah, ironically, this came this week. back from a sub I made in November last year. So it's a card that I pulled myself from Chronicles.
That's quick. November last year, you got it now.
No, how's that quick? November last year.
That's quick based on what everyone else is getting. I reckon that's quick.
Hey, Source, how funny is it? Sub my card in November, got it now. That's quick.
That's quick.
I reckon that's quick.
Bro, no, I forgot I even had this.
No, but I'm just saying.
What is it? Show us.
So this is a great looking card and it's a decent player, but from a very shit team. So it's Leno. It's a gold vinyl. Let me get this. It looks.
What's the number, Dado?
Numbered to 5.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, purple maybe.
It's got that. Let me get the light. So
yeah, I can see it in the gold refractor. Oh, that's
sick.
It looks like a super refractor type of thing. But obviously it's Arsenal. It's
throw it in the bin, mate.
So
I'm sure some Arsenal supporter want to buy that.
They've
all gone out on loan, so I don't know who'd want to buy that one.
It's also buy it.
I'll go for Leeds, bro.
Such a beautiful card, and yet it's such a shit team. Like, I might give it to my cousin. To be honest, he's an Arsenal supporter.
Did it cost much?
You want to give right now at the moment in time. You want to give to the Arsenal supporters. Give them something. Give them a bit of hope.
Give them a loan team to support. That's what you're going to give them.
Give them something.
Yeah.
Look, we at Liverpool, we welcome everyone with open arms. You know, if you want to come and take our side, more than welcome.
I feel like at Chelsea we wouldn't be as welcoming to Arsenal supporters.
Definitely not.
Being in the same city.
Definitely not. Anyone else got one?
I've got a massive fire. I've got a massive fire, and that's for you, Domo. You'll be happy about this. Fred set to miss the next 2 matches.
You're fucking that was
I stole his fire.
How come?
He's because of the COVID stuff, bro. He's not playing for
no
2.
way.
Oh my god!
I told you,
Newcastle
boys.
are getting battered on the weekend. Absolutely battered.
You're gonna get Van de Beek. That is what you're gonna get.
They're getting
Newcastle.
battered.
You better go buy some more of his cards, Doma, before he plays well on the weekend, and then there goes your opportunity.
2 cards. He's got a card in Mosaic Euro, which Azuldo actually pulled a nice one. So I might actually ask him if he wants to sell it to me. I'll just buy it off of him, so I don't have to travel too far to grab it. But funnily enough, boys, I said it. Cometh the GOAT, cometh Donny van der Beek to play for United. Now, knowing my luck, I'm going to tune in. We're going to start this stream on Saturday, and Ollie's going to release the team sheet, and Donny's not going to be on there. And I'm probably going to ram my fist through my computer screen. So, Saucy, thanks for the fire. I love it. We're on the same wavelength. We just got a telepathic moment there. But I actually got another fire. I got another fire. Anth will like this one, and Anth will be a bit surprised that I got this card in my actual collection. But I bought this card, and I wanted to just try it out, and I actually like the guy, surprisingly. And I shouldn't like the guy because I'm a United supporter, so I should not like him in the slightest. The heel of the hobby's giving me the eyebrows.
Where are we going? Where are we going with this?
So I dabbled in Pitch Kings from Chronicles.
Okay.
And I bought my first ever one, and I bought myself Mohamed Salah.
No way.
Because I rate him. I actually love him. I reckon he's a great player.
How good is that design?
And not for anything, the pictures do not do this thing justice, man. The cards are so nice.
Is that level 1?
Yes,
level 1. Yeah.
Yes, it is level 1. I've been trying to get a level 2 Frankie, and then I want a level 4 Zaniolo. That's the one I'm trying to.
What does the 4 look like? I have a 3 on the way. I'm not gonna say what player it is.
4's got a bit of flux look to it. You know the flux in NBA.
Yeah. Oh no, I do know what
bit of that
is. Yeah.
Look to it.
Which
I'll see if I can. I'll get one.
Is it the same as the Mason Mount one's 4? Is it?
Yeah, I think he is. eBay.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about now.
I'll get it up.
You know, speaking of Zaniolo, I think I actually had that card. that level 4s on your, and that's a big boy
Really?
card now.
It's a massive card, man.
I reckon 3 is my favorite from those ones. That's the black and white one with the like.
There you go. He's your boy, Luke.
There's a level 4.
I'm pretty sure this is the one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice
Oh,
card.
that one. I was thinking of. I must be thinking of 2 then.
That's pretty cheap.
2 is
The black and white one's 3, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got a few.
I actually picked up a. Here's another quick fire. I picked up a Tammy Abraham.
Did you? Which card?
PSA 10. The rookie ticket. I'm going to do that rookie
Nice.
ticket set.
Yeah, you were saying.
And it's cheap, and I think he's going to come back to Chelsea. Actually, I think in 3 years' time, we're going to look at him coming back. He's going to be great.
I would love to pick up.
I'm not buying this for what it's worth. Like, I'm not that fucking dumb.
That's a nice card, but fuck.
Yeah, no, bro. Very nice. I actually stuffed up on getting this. I actually made a critical mistake. I completely forgot about it, and I got counter offered for it for with shipping $16 Australian, and I got counter offered, but I didn't realize I got counter offered, and then the listing ended. And
no.
I messaged the seller, and he never got back to me. So I'm actually spewing. So I could have had this in my collection. But I really rate Chronicles, man. Like, I listened to you boys from the beginning.
Year's Chronicles is...
You boys were saying to me, like, if you want to get into it, this is the product, this is the product, this is the product. And, like, looking at this stuff, genuinely sick. You can obviously get Ronaldo in this level 1 as well, which is a very nice card also. So that's
Messi.
And Messi, yes. Oh, is Messi level...
level 1.
And Messi. Yeah. Which I probably will get Messi, bro. Like, as much as I give
they are nice. Just as a,
you actually know how I feel about them. So
yeah, I know the truth. I know deep down.
Yeah, deep down.
My fire is, it's one that Saucy's already given a while ago, and it was something that came through for me today just out of nowhere. I totally forgot about it, to be honest. But StockX, I put a bid on for some boxes probably a month ago, maybe a little bit more. Just a stupidly low price, just because I was like, you know what, why not? I'll just chuck it on. Totally forgot about it. I'd bought even more of these boxes already, and today I got a notification saying that someone has accepted your bid on StockX for these Euro Mosaic boxes, and I somehow now have 4 Euro Mosaic blasters on the way to me. I totally forgot about it, to be honest. But
good price too, Luke.
Great price, yeah.
Lukey, the advice is, when they come, chuck them in your story, mate, that you received a nice package from StockX. Because a nice
will.
That's it. Make sure it's on a Wednesday, because they do Wax Wednesday. So there'll be Tuesday here. And then
Wednesday our day or Wednesday their day?
No, Wednesday theirs, obviously in America.
Theirs, okay.
And put the little StockX sticker with it, post it up there, and you go in their entry to their Wax Wednesday and say, got it these for a ripper price off StockX, underrated selling platform. Give them a bit of a plug, and you might win a free box like myself. I was able to win a free Chronicles box from last Mega. I was valued at $170. I'll take that W.
I'll happily
I like StockX.
Take a free box.
That's very generous.
I totally forgot about it. I had no idea, and now I've got boxes rocking up. It's great. It's great, especially when it's a price I want to pay.
Definitely, 100%. All right, boys. Any more? Do we want to? It's I like this positive vibes. Finish on.
Yeah, this is great.
It's been good. We started off. We had to flame some people out, but then we tiered system the product. It was nice, informative for the hobby.
Exactly.
That's what we want to be.
Positive and informative, the ways it should be.
100%. All right, boys. Great stuff. Once again, great to see you all. It's crunch time, coming up big when it counts. I'm Dom with Sauce, Ant, and Luke. And peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Crunch Time on the Double Coverage Media Network. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to know when we drop a new episode. Also, feel free to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Crunch time, coming up big when it counts.